Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for swinging by. I sure do appreciate it. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Mark.
Oh, hi Mark.
Welcome to Fit and Fire. Let's get into this video. This video has been a long time coming. I paired up with Clayco 47 last year and put my first couple of rounds through this particular rifle and just absolutely fell in love with it and wanted to find one for my own and was able to do so over the summer. And it's because of all the different travel and everything else that I'm involved in right now. It's taken me a little bit longer to get this video out than I had anticipated, but here we are, and I wanted to let you guys know my experience so far on the Zastava M90. Got about 300 rounds through this, put it through a 2-gun competition, and have some thoughts for you guys as well. My question to you guys right off the bat is, what is your favorite AK? Is it 5.56? Is it 5.45? 7.62 by 39? What is your favorite variant of AK? I would love to hear all of that sound off in the comment section down below. Okay, so let's get into this. This rifle was purchased by me, so I'm not getting paid to say anything good, bad, or indifferent by Zastava or anybody else. I do really do like Zastava's rifles. I do understand that these are Yugo patterns, so you know, aftermarket can be kind of hit or miss, but I have seen over the last, I would say probably 3 to 5 years, that we've seen a exponential growth in the aftermarket support for Yugo pattern rifles. So that is huge, especially when it's coming from companies like RS Regulate, Midwest Industries, and JMac Customs. We're going to be talking about those 3 companies in these videos moving forward because I am going to be looking at a lot of different 5.56 AKs. I've already looked at the SAM 5, and I can do an update video if you guys want to, but I do have this one. I have another 5.56 AK that we are going to take a look at. I've got a build that I'm hoping to do with AK Mario in the future. So I figured, why not do an entire video series? So let's get into it. Let's do a little quick overview on this particular rifle. I do have some updates on this particular rifle, but I do have to say thank you to the 1776 guy. He is really good at separating me from my money, and that's how I ended up with this rifle and one other as well. So thanks again. This is exactly what you would expect from a Zastava rifle. You're going to have that bulged front trunnion, that RPK style trunnion. You're going to have a 1.5mm receiver as well, and then you're going to have a cold hammer forged chrome line barrel as well. So that's exactly what you would expect from an M90 or an M70. That's pretty much standard of how Zastava is working their rifles as they are imported into the United States. All right, so when I purchased this, it did have a pick section here on the back for me to put some type of triangle stock or a folder or something like that. And to be honest with you, I really do like the length of pull of the standard buttstock for this. So it fits me well. I went ahead and pulled that pick section out, put the walnut stock back on. It does have the walnut furniture set on the rest of it as well. And then I kept the handguard here the same. This is what came with it when I purchased it from the 1776 guy. This is the RS Regulate GKR 9MY handguard. So if you guys are looking for a handguard out there, this would probably be a pretty good option. It's got M-lock sections all over the place for you to put whatever you want on to your rifle. And in addition to that, it fits a Yugo pattern rifle. So that is another added bonus. Let's talk about the barrel situation. Like I had mentioned, this is a cold hammer forged barrel, but this is going to be an 18-inch barrel instead of a 16.1 like you would find on an M70. In addition to that, they have an adjustable gas block as well, and that is really super cool because I have a JMac Customs 360 brake on the front that accepts a Chemo adapter for my Sandman S, so I have the ability to adjust the gas how I want it when running suppressed or unsuppressed. For me, it's just going to stay on setting 1 because I feel that regardless if I'm running like M193 or just standard steel case or brass 223, that gives me the best gas and gives me the best kind of sewing machine style shooting that I would really, really like. In addition to that, that break on the end here without the can is going to keep it really flat shooting as well. So that is a very high overview of everything going on with this. Again, one of the biggest things with Zastava is their quality of manufacture. Everything, it looks really good. The fit and finish is really nice. Rivets look really good. I'm not seeing any type of separation on spots that there shouldn't be. So that is always really good to see. And one of the reasons why I love Zastava so very much. Again, I'm not getting paid to say anything good, bad, or indifferent about them. I just really, really do like them. Okay, so one of the things that I've been challenged on in some of my other AK videos is talking about magazine fitment and how well the rifle does with other types of magazines from other different manufacturers. So with that being said, let's get into the first magazine. It's going to be the steel Zastava 5.56 mag. Obviously, you should expect it to fit very well, and it does. Now, I will say that with the M90, I am getting a lot of hang up in inserting this mag, so that's been a problem in some of the two-gun competitions that I've shot this at. We'll talk about that here in just a second, but realistically, no problem. It probably needs to practice a little bit more on the magazine reloads. One of the favorite magazines of the AK world is going to be the AC Unity mags. These have been pretty good. It's a window polymer mag, which is really nice. And these fit pretty good as well. A little tighter than that steel mag from Zastava, but it does fit and it does run. So that is good there. The next one is going to be the Circle 10 mag that you would expect to get with like an Arsenal Sam 5. This one, again, is pretty tight. As you can see here, it's latched, but it doesn't really feel like it's latched. So hit it on the top there, then you know it's latched, and it has ran reliably. So just going to be a little bit more tough to get in and out. One of the other rifles that I picked up from my good friend, the 1776 guy, is going to be this Ishmash Bakelite AK-74 mag. It does have the pod arms follower and it does run with the M90, but it does fit pretty tight. You really have to intentionally drop that mag in there, and sometimes you're going to have to hit the front to get that rear lug to lock. So it looks really, really good, and I was really appreciative that he included it with that other rifle. Finally is going to be just your standard polymer or plum AK-74 mag with the pod arms followers. I've ran these on the Sam 5. They work really, really well. And I have also ran it on the M90. Again, real tight, hit the front, locks in, and you're good to go. So again, really do appreciate One AK Girl for getting me set up with these with my Fit and Fire logo on these. So magazine fitment on this is pretty good. Again, some are going to be a little bit more tight than others, but for some of you, that's a good thing. So there's that. Now, what's been my experience on shooting this? First and foremost, I really, really do like how it shoots. The adjustable gas block really tampers down the snappiness of a 5.56 or 223 round. The longer barrel softens it up even more, and then adding this JMac Customs 360 brake on here also is really dampening this down. So this feels really, really good. I've taken it to one two-gun competition and was able to hit a target at 350 yards with the factory zero on this. The front sight post is pretty much center as it stands right now. I was the first to run any rounds through this. My buddy who I purchased this from hadn't even shot it yet. He just decided, you know, I need to let this go for other things. So he sent it to me. and I was the first to put any rounds through it, so it still has the factory 0, and I was able to hit 350 yards with iron sights. So that says a lot about the quality that you're getting in this particular rifle. Now let's talk about some of the downsides to this particular rifle, and that is going to be the fact that, number one, this is going to be a bit of a fringe rifle, because 5.56 AKs, while they are starting to surge in the market, they're still kind of out there. So sometimes finding mags for these might be an issue. Mag compatibility on some of these rifles may be an issue, as you see with the M90, not that big of a deal. But if you can't find an AC Unity mag, you might be spending $30, $40 on other mags, if not more. I mean, if you go in and get Plums or Bakelite mags, you're talking $90, $100, $120 for some of these mags. And I don't know if that's going to be very well worth it for just your average AK connoisseur. For people like me who are huge into AK and collecting and stuff like that, that's not that big of a deal. But for just your normies out there, that's not cool for them, you know? So that's number one. Number two, 18-inch barrel makes this a very long profile. So using something like this for home defense can be done, but it probably would not be someone's first choice, right? So there is that aspect of it as well. That's really only huge complaints that I have on this. Reliability over the first 300 rounds out of this has been great. Even suppressed, I didn't have any issues whatsoever. Very flat shooting. I have loved everything about this. I have loved. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is the best 5.56 AK out on the market today. Have I shot all of them? No. But I am going to say, of the ones that are readily accessible, so say like your Barils or this, or the Wasser 3s, the PSA 101s, the KUSA 101s, I haven't shot those as of yet, but I will say, as far as reliability, price point, aftermarket support, the M90 so far is my go-to, all right? So even more so than the SAM5, and that's because the price point is so much lower than the SAM5. We'll do a comparison of my SAM5 with this as when I get a few more 100 rounds through this, get another competition through it as well, and talk about some of the pros and cons between those two in a upcoming video. So there you have it. There is my thoughts and opinions about the M90 as it stands right now. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section down below. Let me know what's your thoughts on Zastava, what's your thoughts on the M90 as a rifle. Would you use it for home defense, or is it more kind of a plinker competition rifle? That's kind of where I see it for me, because I have other options for the other things. So that's where I kind of stand, but I surely do love it. And don't be surprised when Kalashnikov comes next year, I'm shooting this M90 instead of the SAM5. So that's where we stand. Thanks for swinging by. I sure do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd encourage you guys to consider it. I would really appreciate that. Interacting with this video is a huge way to help fuel the algorithm as well. So a like, a share, a comment, anything. I don't care what you want to do with it, but any type of engagement on this video would be greatly appreciated as well. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Again, thank you so much to the 1776 guy for getting this rifle into my hands, and we are going to continue to run it and see what happens with it. As always, freedom through strength. Go ahead and get out of here. Catch you guys later. Bye, y'all.